The difference between a dream and a goal is a date. Everybody's got dreams and wishes, okay? But you make it a goal when you set a date to it. So I want to earn $100,000 this year. Okay, cool. I want to lose 15 pounds in the next 6 months. Great. That's different than I want to lose 15 pounds. Okay. And so you got to set a date to it because that's what really makes it real. Welcome to Street Leadership, where grit meets grace and ambition meets action. I'm your host, Ryan Goldman, diving deep into the stories that shape today's leaders. Get ready to be inspired, challenged, and transformed. Let's lead the way together. Welcome to the Street Leadership Podcast with myself, Ryan Goldman. And today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about goal setting. And I made a social media post this morning saying that writing down your goals is like the cheat code to life. And what I meant by that is there's a certain power that comes when you take the time to actually write out your goals. Most people have dreams and wishes and things that magically they want to happen sometime in the future, but a lot of people don't take the time to actually put it down on paper. And when you take the time to take it from your mind and to write it down, you're starting to give these ideas and these thoughts some life. And I heard a long time ago that what you write is what you invite, right? So when you write it down, you start to actually make it real. And there's a power that comes when you write it down. It starts to go into your subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is the mind that's always working, whether we're sleeping, whether we're doing something else. And so what happens is when you write down your goals, you activate the reticular activating system. And that's what helps your brain to start noticing things. And subconsciously, your brain starts to go to work to find ways to achieve it. And so there's a tremendous power. I don't know if you guys have heard of like SMART goals, and stands for specific, measurable, achievable, rewarding, and time bound, right? And so whenever you're setting goals, first of all, it has to be specific. I ask people in our business all the time, what's your short-term goal or what's your long-term goal? And they're like, I want to make a lot of money. Making a lot of money is not specific. How much money do you want to make? You want to make $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week? You want to make $100,000 this year? What specifically is it that you want to achieve? So it can't just be this wishy-washy, hey, I want to be successful. What is success? We all have a different definition of success. I want to be healthy. Okay, what does healthy look like for you, right? We all define things differently. So the more specific that we can get with things, the more likely it is that we're giving it the power it needs to actually make it happen. And it's not just a wishy-washy, I don't know if I hit it or if I didn't hit it type of goal, right? So it has to be specific. Then it becomes, measurable, right? So how do you know that you're on track to make it happen or not? I use the example with my guys of okay, if you want to earn a lot of money, okay, how much money? I want to earn $100,000 a year. Okay, how do you know that you're on track to earn $100,000 a year? Well, I need to be averaging about $2,000 a week. Okay, that's how you know that it becomes measurable. It could be something in your health. Hey, I want to lose 15 pounds by the end of the year. Okay, how much weight do you need to lose each month? It comes out to 1.2 pounds or whatever it is. So you have to be able to take whatever these goals are, right? It has to be a specific goal, has to be something you can measure it. Then it has to be achievable. Okay. It would be great to say, hey, I want to earn $1 million tomorrow. Okay. For most of us, that's probably not a reality. Okay. That's not a achievable goal, right? So it has to be something that makes sense, and I'm not saying to limit yourself. Don't ever limit yourself because who knows, maybe you go hit the lottery and you win $1 million, right? I've heard some Tony Robbins stories where stuff like that happens, right? But I wouldn't encourage people to go and set those types of crazy goals, right? So whatever it is, got to be specific, got to be measurable, and it's got to be achievable. The next one is rewarding. And a lot of times people will say rewarding or realistic is another one. I like rewarding better because what that means is like there's a certain amount of juice towards actually wanting to make it happen. Because you could say, I want to earn $1,000 next year. Okay. Is that really rewarding that you earned $1,000 next year? For most people, that's probably not, right? So, if it's not rewarding and there's no juice to it, are you really going to push for it to make it happen? Compared to, I want to earn $100,000 this year. Okay, that seems like it would be rewarding if you've never earned $100,000 in a year before. That's going to stretch you. That's going to push you. That's going to motivate you and inspire you, even when things are a little bit challenging, right? So it's got to be something that gets you juiced up, that gets you excited to want to get after it. And then the T, right? So specific, measurable, achievable, rewarding, and then time bound. There has to be a date to it. And they say that the difference between a dream and a goal is a date. Everybody's got dreams and wishes, okay? But you make it a goal when you set a date to it. So I want to earn $100,000 this year. Okay, cool. I want to lose 15 pounds in the next 6 months. Great. That's different than I want to lose 15 pounds. Okay. And so you got to set a date to it because that's what really makes it real. Another strategy that I learned from Tony Robbins actually is what he calls the RPM, and it goes by the rapid planning method. But I like it to be referred to as the result focused, purpose driven, massive action plan. And the way that works when you're setting your goals is you're starting with that SMART goal, and that's your result focus. So it's, what is my outcome? What is the specific thing that I want to achieve? And so I'll go back to the we'll say $100,000 a year, right? That is my outcome. That is the result that I want to figure out how to do this year. All right. The next part of RPM is the purpose driven. Why do you want to earn $100,000 this year? Maybe it's, because you'll be able to provide for your family. It'll make you feel amazing. It'll give you the freedom to be able to take the people you love and care about traveling. It allows you to not be behind on your bills and you're not living paycheck to paycheck, right? So they say that reasons come first, answers come second. So the purpose, or the P, is you're giving yourself all the reasons why you want to achieve it. And you want to give yourself as many reasons as you possibly can and really juice it up, because when you attach the why to it, then you don't even got to worry about the how. The how will figure itself out, right? And the how will always change, okay? Maybe it's strategies might not work and you have to adjust and change them, but the why should remain the same, right? Along with the outcome. So you know what the outcome is and you know why you want it. And then the last part of it is the M, which is the massive action plan. And that comes down to, okay, what are the specific things I need to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis to make sure that I'm moving forward? Maybe you're in sales. It's, hey, I need to do, 20 sales a week to make sure I'm on pace for earning $100,000 a year. I need to make sure that I'm developing myself and adding value to myself and reading books. I need to attend some mastermind groups. I need to start investing. I need to make sure that I'm spending time with people that are further along than me. Whatever that looks like for the outcome that you want to achieve, this is what gives you the map, the massive action plan, the map of what's going to take me from where I am to where I want to be. And when you have the map and you start executing on it, and maybe you break down the RPM, okay, what do I need to do this week? What do I need to do this month? Okay, you give yourself those daily and weekly and monthly actions to make sure that you're constantly progressing and moving forward. And once again, happiness doesn't come from the achievement of goals, but it comes from knowing that you're making progress, right? And so when you're making progress towards those things, that's when you feel fulfilled, rather than feeling like you're stuck in the same place over and over again. It's amazing to me how, so I was taught this early on when I started from, I was always one of those people that, like, I didn't understand stuff, but I just did it, right? And people that were more successful than me, they said, hey, write down your goals and look at them and take a screenshot of it, save it as your screensaver and look at it every day. And I said, okay, I'm just gonna do it, even if I don't necessarily know how it's gonna happen. And there's so many things in my life right now that were once a dream, but I wrote it down on paper. from, having my kids back full time to having a housekeeper and somebody to take care of the yard work to having this massive business to earn in, hundreds of $1,000s to $1 million a year in income to starting a podcast to launching another business to the investments. All of these things were just thoughts and ideas, but I had the courage to put them on paper. And most of the time, I didn't have any idea of how I was going to achieve it. One of the things that just happened, I wrote down this year that I wanted to speak on stage, and I've never spoken on stage before. Okay, I had no plan. I haven't been promoting myself that, hey, I want to go speak on stage, anything. I haven't done any of that. And once again, the power of manifestation is real. And I've had two people that gave me the opportunity to come and speak on their stages. That's the power that comes when you have total faith and certainty that I'm going to write it down. I might not know the how, but I know the why. I know why I want it. And I have absolute faith and certainty that God will provide. And once again, it just starts to manifest itself. And this has happened to me over and over and over again in my life. And now, like I said, to me, it's the cheat code of life. Anytime I want something, I just write it down and I turn it over to the universe and God, and I'm like, all right, let's find a way to make it happen. And sure enough, God and the universe delivers. And so, if you're not currently doing it, I encourage you take the time. It doesn't take that long. There's actually one of the first goal setting things I ever did was on Tony Robbins' Personal Power CD collection. I don't remember what day. It might be day 7 or day 13 or day 11. I don't really remember. But if you type in Tony Robbins goal setting workshop, I'm pretty sure it'll pop up on YouTube. And it's about an hour long. And it'll take you through just the power of like writing out the things that you want and kind of taking you through an experience of being a kid on Christmas. And we see kids, on Christmas, they have no shame in writing down what they want, whether it's a horse or a swimming pool or a car or any of that stuff, right? And as we get older, we start to condition ourselves that, okay, maybe this isn't realistic, or, I shouldn't ask for this, or we associate, certain things to having a lot of wealth or success. And so we kind of dull ourselves down. But the reality is, if you just get in the habit of writing things down, you will see them start to manifest in your life. So that's my encouragement to you guys. If you guys haven't done it, or maybe if you have done it and you haven't done it in a while, it's something I like to do personally every couple of months, just because things are always changing, right? What I want now is not the same thing that I want 3 or 6 months from now. We're always evolving, and so consistently sit down with yourself and do this, and I promise you, you're gonna see you start to attract a lot more of those things into your life. So I appreciate you guys tuning in this episode, and I'll see you on the next one. Hope you guys have an outstanding day.